Winter pruning. Why it's best to hold off on cutting back your plants. As winter blankets gardens in frost and snow, many gardeners find themselves facing the temptation to prune their plants, clearing away the remnants of last season's growth. However, experts urge caution, as the winter months may not be the ideal time for such maintenance. Many plants rely on their foliage and old growth for protection during the harsh winter months, and premature pruning can lead to unexpected consequences for the plant's health and vitality. In this article, we explore the reasons why winter pruning is often discouraged and highlight specific plants that should remain untouched until the proper season arrives. With insights from horticultural specialists and seasoned gardeners, we aim to inform you about the best practices for caring for your garden during the colder months. The risks of winter pruning. Pruning during winter can inadvertently harm your plants for several reasons. 1. Bud development. Many plants set their flower buds during the previous growing season, typically in the summer and fall. Pruning in winter can remove these buds, leading to a lack of blooms in the upcoming spring and summer months. 2. Foliage protection. Leaves and stems provide critical insulation for a plant's root system. They help protect against extreme cold and frost damage by creating a barrier that keeps the temperature around the roots more stable. 3. Wildlife benefits. Perennials that produce seeds, such as sunflowers and coneflowers, provide essential food sources for birds during winter months. Leaving these plants standing can support local wildlife, enhancing the ecological balance in your garden. Plants to avoid pruning in winter. To ensure the health of your plants and the vibrancy of your garden, here are specific varieties that should not be pruned during the winter season. 1. Oak leaf hydrangeas, Hydrangea spp. These hydrangeas flower on old growth, meaning winter pruning could remove the flower buds for the next season. Instead, only dead branches should be removed, and the dried flowers can add winter interest to your landscape. 2. Coral bells, Heuchera. The evergreen foliage of coral bells protects the plant's crown from frost damage. Pruning in winter exposes them to potential harm, so it's best to wait until spring. 3. Sunflowers, Helianthus spp. Leaving spent sunflower stalks in your garden provides food for birds like goldfinches and chickadees. Pruning in the growing season can encourage more branching and seed production. 4. Dogwood, Cornus. Dogwood branches often feature vibrant stems that can add color to your winter landscape. Pruning them can remove this visual interest. 5. Stonecrop, Sedum. The thick leaves of stonecrop provide insulation for the roots. Keeping the foliage intact can also add a touch of sparkle to your winter garden as frost settles on the leaves. 6. Sedges, Carex. Sedges don't require winter pruning, instead, simply removing any dead leaves will suffice. They remain attractive throughout the winter months. 7. Jasmine, Jasminum spp. Many jasmine varieties bloom in winter, so wait until after they finish blooming in spring to prune. 8. Roses or Rosa. Pruning roses in winter encourages new growth that may not survive the cold. It's better to wait until early spring to ensure the plant has stored enough energy for the winter. 9. Coneflowers, Echinacea purpurea. These provide food for winter birds. Early pruning can remove this crucial food source, impacting local wildlife. 10. Japanese camellias, Camellia japonica. As they bloom in winter, pruning too early can cut away flower buds. Wait until early spring for pruning. 11. Chinese fringe flower, Lauropetalum chinense. This plant sets buds in late summer and early fall for winter blooms. Pruning too early removes flowers for the next season. 12. Lilacs, Syringa spp. Lilacs should be pruned right after flowering in spring. Winter pruning can remove next year's flower buds. 13. Forsythia, Forsythia spp. This plant blooms in late winter or early spring. Pruning before it flowers can cut off future blooms. 14. Azaleas, Rhododendron spp. Native azaleas should only be pruned for dead or damaged branches. Other azalea types should be pruned after blooming to prevent cutting off next year's flower buds. As winter settles in, it's crucial for gardeners to resist the urge to prune plants prematurely. By understanding which plants require protection during these colder months, and which should be left untouched, you can promote a healthier and more vibrant garden come spring. With careful consideration and adherence to expert advice, your garden will not only survive the winter but thrive in the growing season ahead. Embrace this time of dormancy as an opportunity to plan for future growth and enjoy the beauty of your winter landscape.